Okay, testing. For some reason, OBS forgot what my audio devices were. Deep Rock Galactic is very fun, especially if you can bring friends into it, but it's still fun on its own if you meet randoms. I wonder if it's on sale right now. I'm going to go look at that, because there is an autumn sale going on. Hey, shit, look at that. Deep Rock Galactic is 67% off. It's $10 right now. The sale, why would the sale stop after one day? Anyway, welcome back to Black Mesa, everybody. Today is part 2 of 3. In case you don't remember or missed it, last time we caused the accident, fought aliens, fought the military, and we got knocked the fuck out. And the last thing we heard the military say was, "Why do we need to bring him topside for questioning? Let's just kill him in a way where they won't find the body." So, those who have tuned into the first Half-Life stream know what's coming, but if you didn't, let's see. I haven't saved before the loading screen. Let's go. I tried to time it so that we wouldn't see what happens next, and I think I did pretty good. Because you can't see shit right now. Okay, there we go. Oh, I forgot to do a couple. Oh, whatever. The trash compactor. Fuck. Gordon Freeman got that moves, though. What a beautiful trash compactor, though. Everything in Black Mesa is not only industrial and grungy, but also very pretty to look at. Alright. It is daily if you watch the VODs. Anyway. There's a bird over there. Just chilling. I like to think that these zombie soldiers are the ones that put me here. Like, they threw me down and then they, got ambushed. Oh yeah, they've upgraded this whole ass game. Northern ass petrol. Gas and petrol. So the door didn't open till... You having fun in there, mister? Got our crowbar back. Let's open the... hole. I ain't jumping that. Let's do this smart. Did I say smart? Okay, so this... Oh, they even added some story as to why it just exits in a ditch. It's because they were working on the pipe section while, when the incident happened. There is a blockage. In the original game, Black Mesa just dumped all their stuff into the wilderness. At least for that area. So here's my least favorite chapter of the game, but still very pretty. You'll notice, like I think I said earlier, they added cascaded shadow maps to the source engine. It wasn't really obvious though until here. God, the whole ass desert is so picturesque. I could live here. I could just, you know, have a little cabin right here next to an industrial waste plant, and I might be happy for the rest of my life. That's a lie, of course. There's no civilization out here. I'd probably want to make my house closer to the cafeteria or live on base housing. But they did such a good job with all the colors and the look of the rocks and everything. If I ever play No Man's Sky again, you'll notice that I have a bit of a thing for living in the desert. It does look amazing. And there's little details like a weird facility over there. Picturesque New Mexico mesas. So in the original game, this part here was, I think, solid waste that they had here, and you had to press a button somewhere else, and then that would make this start moving immediately, so you usually had to take fall damage unless you knew exactly what you were doing. So here, it's just water, and you get through it by turning this valve. They made it simple, and with less insider knowledge required. Anyway, let's get into the maintenance access. So the first time I played through this section, there was a guard who was supposed to die and give you a pistol, but I let him. I saved his life in the Half-Life 1 playthrough, which means I didn't get a pistol. So I think this time I just want to get my pistol. There we go. Now the cube map changed. Oh, he's an older fella. How did this guy get a job as a guard? Head crap. Very obvious fire covering a ladder. They didn't quite... So in the original Half-Life, this area over here was more appealing than this area, but this area is the way to go. They've kind of did some stuff here for that. They've been like, oh look, there's a ladder that's very obvious. It's being highlighted by the fire. There's a vent here. But at the same time, there's a safe path to go, and it still is possible to confuse people. I got confused the first few times I played this, because there's a whole area over here. Guard is... Okay, that's actually a different dead guard. He's supposed to run into... Oh, he ran into this barnacle. Anyway, that's the objective. But what's over here? See, you can kind of understand why a new player might get lost here, because this whole area is very fleshed out looking, and it looks like it goes down to here. But it doesn't yet. And then there's like a... Oops. There's a second set of stairs. I'd also like to reiterate that my game is modded. This crowbar and pistol are not vanilla. They are... Either are the head crabs, the enemies and weapons, the non-human enemies and weapons have been remodeled to look more like Half-Life 1's, as well as with sound effects. They did a really fucking good job with it too. They like remastered the sound effects. Right? That doesn't sound like crunchy Half-Life 1. Anyway. Yeah, those doors don't open, so a new player might come down here and be like, ooh, suit charger, this is the way, and then they're like, wait, what? And what they're supposed to do is get all the way out of this extremely long optional area. And turn off the fire. And that shuts off that fire. Which, at least they may let you see it through the window that it shut off that fire. This mod was made by fans for fans, but I feel like they could have paid a little more attention to the new player experience here. There are a few parts that kind of assume you've played Half-Life 2 before, but don't give you much, or the original before. Like, they don't tutorialize you on how to use the train that we've gone past. Yeah, that room is also on fire. Anyway, let's go through the vent. So this section, I think, got streamlined, though. This coming up section got streamlined, I believe. If anyone in the chat is more familiar with Half-Life, or has played it more recently than I have, feel free to correct me. There's a cute little environment detail. This guy was spraying WD-40 on the noisy pipes when he got ambushed and killed by something. So this section's a little, I think, easier. Yeah, it is a little easier because you can stand on the outside of these tanks without any real problems. In Half-Life 1, the outside of these tanks here is slippery to encourage you to stand in the middle. But not the case here. Yeah, there isn't very much HUD direction in Half-Life. Half-Life, the first one came out before HUD direction was even a thing, so that makes sense. But in every other game, really, even Half-Life Alyx, which came out 2 years ago, they pretty much rely on the level design to point you in the right direction using lighting and other cues. Half-Life Alyx only uses the HUD to teach you things when it's like related to the controls. But Black Mesa is not. They're also sometimes use a level design to fuck with you. I think that was a trap in the first game too. Zombie Guard Appreciation Post. Lovely. This isn't the... I don't think this is the slime factory. I think it's the... Well, okay. There is literally slime here, but, you know. I think this is waste slime. I think this is where we saw all that shit going in Blast Pit. This also, I think you can just stand on the edge, yeah. Oh, but there's a health charger. I'd rather have that than go where I'm going. Okay, let's do that again. Oh, look. I think this just goes back to... Yep, goes back here. Okay, in case you wanted to backtrack for any reason. Not really a reason to backtrack here, though. I'm kind of wonder why they did that. So in the first Half-Life, you stand there, and you're supposed to time it. Anyway. The option to open up the area, though, does make the place feel a little bigger than it is. Black Mesa definitely does a good job of selling the illusion that this is a real research facility. You know, it looks huge, but if you took away all the visuals, all the stuff that makes it feel huge, it probably would obviously not be nearly as big. Anyway, the trash conveyor. Fix-It got that industrial grade. Black Mesa got that industrial grade. Fix-It awesome shop. Even the garbage looks more gross. I think there is a detail missing from this section in Black Mesa, but maybe it's not. We'll see when we get closer to where I think it is. Let's not go into the grinder. Actually, I think I just heard it. I think it might still be here. It would be back that way, actually. The old trash burning, highly inefficient water boiling apparatus. Can't even go back this way. This is a weird area that you don't need to go to, but hey. It would be necessary if this were a real place, which they're trying to sell you on. Ooh, the pipe mess. Blech. Hit. I wonder what the fences are for. Anyway, we go this way, past the fire machines, the really inefficient water boiling apparatus. Another grinder, but it only is for trash that floats. So we're good. We've got a probably 200-pound suit at least. Probably closer to 300. I forget what's over here, if anything. It's kind of crazy that the... Okay, good, it does reward me. Ooh, it rewards me with an MP5 and explosives. I'll take it. Now we've got our firepower back, kind of. Usually you don't get the MP5 back until Questionable Ethics, which is the next chapter. So that's nice. That's a reward for people who notice there's a path over there. Anyway. and then you can't go back there. The flow sucks you over here. Oh, too far. Ugh, Gordon probably gets pink eye after this. Ooh, they do give you the revolver, though, and with good reason. There's a goddamn bull squid. I also would like to point out that the revolver in Half-Life 1 only had one reload sound effect, and it was, I think, the sound of putting the bullets into the gun. But they added a couple more here, and they all sound like they fit within the first game's sound design. Okay, that turns on the conveyors. Another button over here, I think. Yep, control room here. A visual of what this does. Shuts off the grinder. This is a mod for a mod, though, so that's even better that they gave it that love. I think I'm gonna save the revolver for when the soldiers come back. I technically don't have to be over here. That area exists in case you forget to turn off the grinder and you just jump on the conveyors. In an earlier version of this mod, or in the original game, there was like a whole sort of puzzle where you could turn off individual ones. It was kind of weird. Yeah, so if you don't turn off the grinder, you're supposed to jump down here to escape it, which is where the squids are. But I know what to do, so I don't go that way. Okay, here comes the part that everyone dislikes about this chapter. Almost. First I have to open that. You gotta wonder from a level design perspective, what is the purpose of this area? Did they need to have a section where the player opens another door to keep going? No, not really. Anyway, here's the Crushers. At least they gave this part a banger soundtrack, like the rest of it. Okay, it's a little quiet. I'm gonna turn up the music volume just like a little bit. It sounds like vocals of like someone exhaling sharply, and I really love that. It's so unique. And then the rest of it sounds like a garage band with trash can drums, which is perfectly in line with Half-Life. This part here is new. It's in the first Half-Life, the way forward wasn't obvious. It was like, it could be reverse symbols. I'm not sure. I'm not a music major, but I think in the first Half-Life, the ooh, 100%. In the original, the conveyor maze was kind of misleading, and you didn't have to go through all of it. But here, they do make you go through all of it and just get to the end without thinking too hard. I don't think it's possible to avoid fire there. And some revolver ammo if you're ballsy enough to make the jump. So here's what I was talking about earlier. Do you remember the part with the big boxes that had physics on them and how it's hard to jump from physics objects? They used to act something like this. Let's see if I can jump from it. Oh, okay. Well, what do I know? Don't touch that. Actually, it's probably smarter to get off here and then go this way. Full-on revolver. And I'm already out. Here's the, I think in the first Half-Life stream, I, went the other way. I, like, did some weird shit and skipped most of it. But here, it all leads to the same place. Up. Okay. Oh, fuck. I miscalculated! So in the first Half-Life stream, I think I did something weird. I went like a little around or something, but here it all leads to the same place. Okay, I think this is the part. Let's see if what I'm talking about is still here. Oh, actually, yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, okay. So there was a small detail here that Gordon was not the only one who had been thrown in the trash compactor system by the military. There was kind of an implication because Gibbs would come off of his conveyors into this. There was an implication that, like, the military was using this place to dispose of the bodies of everyone they'd been killing. And that's still here. It's a bit more subtle because it doesn't make the Gib noises, but cool that they remembered that. Ugh. And then the final... Is there at all a reason to go that way? No, that conveyor goes the other way. I can't even. Extra revolver ammo. They're spoiling me. I didn't even need to use it. I might go back for it in a second. I guess I should have used the revolver. I guess... I'm not sure if this game subscribes to the philosophy of if you get ammo for a weapon, that's the weapon you should be using. Some games give you ammo for a weapon because it's the best weapon to use for that specific part. Oh, look at him sleeping. So that's weird, right? Cages? Damaged open cages, and then sleeping hound eyes right near the damaged cages. What do you think that's about? These are some big stuff, too. 20536. So this puzzle's a little... I don't know if I'd call it a puzzle, but it's a little interesting. You're supposed to shoot this wooden board that then, you know, flips the lever. There's actually another way to do it, and this is the way I did it by accident the first time I played this. You can go up here, go around here, jump across these, assuming you don't fuck up the jump.